What happened to Smoker? Well, it was nerfed, but how was it nerfed? The first thing you'll notice on the journey from build 41 to build 42 unstable is that they reduce the amount of trait points it grants from 4 to 2. Next, you'll notice the coughing. There is a chance to cough when you smoke, and a chance to cough every 12 to 32 hours when you take the smoker trait. Why would they add a chance to cough for non-smokers? Yes, they made smoking reduce stress for everyone. Smokers smoking reduces stress by double. The actual stress reduction is minimal, which means non-smokers will have to chain smoke to clear their stress moodle. Since they get sick from smoking, that would kill them.
That's not entirely true. It takes several SIGs and intentional action to actually die that way. For a non-smoker, SIGs are simply the worst choice when you have easy access to reusable magazines and other forms of stress-reducing entertainment. Things smokers will likely end up using anyway, as one cigarette is not good enough.
Wait, didn't smoking clear your stress moodle as a smoker before? Yeah, it did, but not in build 42 as it exists right now. Stress from nicotine withdrawals used to share the same stress stat as everything else. It has since been split into its own stat that maxes at 51%. Why the odd number? You need to be above 50% stress to generate depression. As a smoker, when you smoke, stress from nicotine withdrawal is completely cleared. The stress reduction from your nicotine source is doubled and applied to your normal stress stat. Stress from nicotine withdrawals and normal stress stack. This makes it hard to differentiate between the two and is a source of confusion on how smoker works nowadays. If your only source of stress is purely from lack of smoking, your stress will be cleared when you smoke. If it's a mix or from something else, such as zombie pounding structures from a distance you cannot even hear, stress will not be cleared, just reduced. Yet another nerf to smokers, since it was a staple pick specifically to clear all stress at the cost of forever scavenging packs of cigs. Finally, we need to talk about nightmares. About an hour after smoking, your stress will slowly start going up again. In build 42, stress significantly contributes to waking up in a panic. It's also just a higher chance overall compared to build 41. This leads to smokers suffering from more nightmares on average unless they smoke right before they sleep. How about some good news? Not only are there many more sources of nicotine in the game, some of which are better at reducing stress than others, you can grow tobacco. Mind, it is not a day one thing. Tobacco's growing season starts in March and it takes 180 days to grow. This pretty much sets it up as an abundant resource in year 2 of your survival, assuming you remember to gather seeds and plant it. Just imagine the feeling of accomplishment once you make it. So how do I feel about the trait? Even if they increase the trait points it gives you, it suffers a death of 1,000 cuts. Sure, you aren't a pack-a-day smoker in PZ, but you do need to smoke a couple a day if you want to keep that stress down. Lighters don't last very long either, so you're scavenging for cigs and lighters constantly. Then multiplayer comes out and the inability to fast forward starts adding up opportunity costs. Faster stamina regen and the ability to run more often suddenly have much more value. Yet smoker prevents you from taking the athletic trait that supplies both in abundance. Coughing can anger your companions as you are seen as selfish for taking the trait that causes them additional zombie problems. To cap it off, there's occasionally bugs that make it more annoying to smoke. In multiplayer, you have to manually remove the cig from the pack and then smoke it. The smoke action on the pack doesn't work right now. Chances are even between it being fixed next patch and breaking again later. Constantly changing status of the unstable build hurts smokers more than it helps. Sure, you can treat it as a flex to be the only smoker around. To me, it's just too much of a hassle.